In this video, we're going to walk through the bulk update images tool. So before I click that and you follow along with the tutorial, I just want to walk you through what we can do with this tool in bulk. We created this tool to allow you to essentially bulk upload and apply images to your products. Once you are in Artelo and you, let's say, create a product set, right? We ask you to upload your design. So that consists of uploading a file and then adding it or applying it to the design canvas. This is essentially the process that can be done in bulk with this tool. And it can be done with images that you already uploaded to the uploads page or with images that you are hosting inside any publicly shared URL that points to an image. So let's walk through the bulk flow now. If I click on this and I click generate file in Excel sheet, and I'm going to pause it here and get that uploaded right now. Okay, so now I have the sheet in front of me, and I'm going to add a filter here, and I'm going to walk you through exactly how this sheet is set up. So you'll see for each of the rows in the image assignment tab, we essentially have a row for the corresponding designs for these product sets. So let's open up Hilma Af Clint 1. If I edit the product set, you'll see once I edit the designs that there are 3 slots. And so you'll see just like that in the spreadsheet, I have 3 corresponding slots, one for 8x10, one for 12x16, and then finally 16x20, which corresponds exactly to the uploads that you'll see here. So essentially this spreadsheet is what allows us to do this process in bulk. You'll see a few other things on this sheet, like for instance, the image size, which is very important. Likewise, you'll see that we have corresponding columns that match the specifications you can choose in the web app. So for instance, we have fit outside and fit inside. Fit outside fits the image to the outside. It takes the smallest edge of the design and then has it touch the ends of the canvas, or I guess like fill the canvas, whereas fit inside does the opposite. Then if you have mats selected, then you can either assign the image to the mat opening or to the overall paper canvas. The show preview I'll get to in a second. What we can do in this bulk tool is assign design file URLs from our uploads, or we can upload any new files that aren't yet in upload. So just to reiterate, these are the exact design files that I have in here. So if I go to my uploads page, you'll see a one-to-one relationship between the files that are here or in any folders and what is going to be shown here. You'll also see the ratios, the names of the files, and so on. And so for assignment like this, when I do have the files, I can just look at Hilma Clint 4, 5, and 6 and know that I can grab those from these titles. So I'll have to look for these, but that's pretty simple. And I'm going to grab 4, 5, and 6. And I'll know that that's going to be here, here, and finally here. So in this case, I'm actually going to use the 12x16 file and apply it to 16x20s, but you can use design files across designs. You can use it per aspect ratios, or you can have a design for each of the sizes that you offer the product. But basically just doing this alone is enough. The only thing for me to ensure that this goes live is I have to click the update button. So anything that's updated means that that row is going to be processed. Next, I want to talk about the ability for using public file sharing URLs. So I'm going to pause the video and get that set up in a second. The second thing is going to be using public URLs to upload images. So instead of using the Artelo uploads tool, we are going to upload via URL directly. And one of the popular ways to do this would be Google Drive, but you can use any other service, like for instance, Dropbox. But essentially, if you have a Google Drive folder, we have this little pro tip, which opens up this tab. So what you're going to want to do is create a copy of this because this one won't be editable. So just click make a copy. And then what you'll do is you need to make sure that you're logged into the same Google Drive account and then just upload or find the corresponding image folder and then just copy that link. Once you have that link in place, you can go back here, click the load images from folder. And if you have multiple folders, you can enter them or you can just enter them one at a time. And then what you'll see is this actually uploads the URL that I'll need. So this way I don't have to click on each of the files to get the URL. So in this case, we still wanted to fill in 7, 8, and 9. And so what I'll do here is go to my tool. I'm going to go get 7, copy that down. Now 8, And then finally, we'll have 9. And this actually rounds it out. So now I have all of my images updated. And what I can do is File, Download, Excel, go back to the bulk upload, and then drop that in. Now, the last thing that we'll need to look at is this dangerously skip DPI check. And so what this essentially does is if you go to Artelo, you'll see that we have a DPI limit. And so anything under 150 DPI, we won't actually print. If we continue stretching this out, you'll see that at a certain point, the DPI limit is reached. So this is actually a very high fidelity file, so that's going to be different. But okay, so here you can see that the DPI file limit is reached. And so anytime you have a file and once it's fit inside the canvas is below 150 DPI, we give you this warning. And so we actually won't allow you to continue when that warning exists. If you supply us with files via URLs that are low resolution for the required files needed for, let's say, a design, we can skip that check and still use it. Or you can uncheck this. And then basically, if you upload a low resolution file that we think is too low to print, then we won't actually print it and we will notify you instead. So it's kind of up to you how you want to do it, but it behaves the same way that you basically see throughout the app. So the last thing I'll do is click update images. So now you'll see, I can see a preview. This will upload updated product images to Artelo for 7 product sets and 21 unique product configurations. So once I click continue, you'll see this goes very quickly. And then from there, anything that I just uploaded is going to be updated. And so let's take a look at an example. If I go to Hilma Af Clint 5, you'll see that this now has an image attached to it. That wraps up this tutorial. You can use the bulk image functionality to update your catalog periodically, all at once, or on whatever cadence you'd like. Thanks.